Hello, what is up everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Bayo Adio. I am a Nigerian American vlogger, and right now I am just talking specifically about Lagos, Nigeria. So if you're interested in more content like that, definitely feel free to subscribe and check out my playlist called Life in Lagos. Today, I want to share a different type of content today. I want to share the 10 things that I hate about Lagos and also the 10 things that I love about Lagos. Which one do you guys think I should start with? Is it good to start with the negative or the positive? You know what? We're going to end on a positive note, so I am going to start with the negative. Alright, so I have my notes here that I'm going to be referring to, so if you guys see me looking aside, that's what's going on. So let's talk about the 10 things that I hate about Lagos, Nigeria. Number one, numero uno, the Lagos traffic. This is one of the things that you just have to overcome living in Lagos, figuring out like when to travel to another part of Lagos, or if there's like an accident that happens sometimes, it just causes a whole bunch of traffic. Sometimes the traffic lights are not working properly. So I would say number one, Lagos traffic is one thing that is a big challenge, especially for the people commuting from the mainland to the island or back and forth. I feel like they need more bridges, they need more road pathways. They're trying to be better at it, but traffic regulation is a big deal. Number two, I think the people in Lagos in general, and this is like in the service industry, in the different places and the people that you interact with, it seems like they lack respect of time. They don't take time too seriously. And that is the one thing that frustrates me about living in Nigeria, is that you might have your own sets of plans, but they're not necessarily going to align with yours. So you have to do a lot more pushing and affirmation and confirmation to make sure that people are respectful of your time. Even when you go to a place like a bank, like a service business like that, people are just very, very laid back with time. That is one of the things that I do not like about Lagos, Nigeria. Number three, I think trust is a main factor. So I feel like, and this is probably not unique to like Nigeria, this is probably in a lot of places. But it seems that a lot of people don't trust a lot of people. So you have to constantly do your due diligence, you have to research, you have to know what you're doing, because it's easy for people to take advantage of you if you're not smart, if you're not doing your research, if you're taking shortcuts, if things sound too good to be true. So I would say that one you need to be aware of. You have to be smart and do your research and ask for referrals and those type of things in order to be to have a good experience in Lagos. So that's one of the things that I don't like that much, but that's one of the things you have to overcome. Number four, Lagos is not poverty friendly. It's not low income friendly. I feel like if you have a extremely low income, and this is a challenge because a lot of people have very low income. So I would say in order to get things done, life would be very, very hard for you if you're very low income in Lagos. I don't think it's very low income friendly. It's one of the things that I don't like about it. Number five, slow wireless internet. And these are just some of the things that you have to overcome it. All of these things I keep talking about overcome. There are different ways on how you can overcome them, but there's still a challenge. So slow internet is a big challenge in Lagos, Nigeria. And there are ways to get a faster one, but there's different hoops and experiments and things that you have to try. But in general, the internet is not that fast. Number six, you need money and connections, more importantly, to get things done. If you do not have those two things in Lagos, Nigeria, it would be a very frustrating experience for you. So I don't like that you need those things to get the simple basic tasks done, but that's just how the system is set up right now. All right. And then number 7, poor infrastructure. So when I say this, that means like there's not a automatic 24/7 electric. Power supply is an issue, so people have to resort to generators and getting diesel and inverters and solar power and all those things to kind of have electric. Or like things like the road network. There's a lot of potholes in different places that a lot of drivers complain about. It helps people's shocks go bad quick. And then in terms of infrastructure and just water, most people have to provide their own water and pump their own water. There's not like a centralized water supply in Lagos, Nigeria as well, at least that I know of. So I think a lot of estates are creating their own. So especially on the island, the water quality can be very, very poor. So you have to rely predominantly on buying water bottles, buying water consistently if you want to be on the safe side. All right, number 8, there's a high unemployment rate in Nigeria in general. So a lot of people tend to be more entrepreneurial and hustle and trying to develop skills that they can do to make money. And a lot of people don't get paid very well. So that is the one thing that I do not like about Lagos, Nigeria, is the inequality in terms of the employment availability, and it kind of leads to connection. It seems like you have to know someone who knows someone to get a job, or a high-paying job as well. So I said low unemployment rate, and that's probably why it's a very, very strong hustle culture. Number 9, we have a very poor maintenance culture in Lagos, Nigeria. What do I mean by that? I think we like to build nice houses, get fancy things, build all these things. But the maintenance of it, we don't pay much attention to it. So a lot of things deteriorate over time because of lack of maintenance. So I feel like that's one thing that I would like to see more of in Lagos, Nigeria, is that when you invest in this infrastructure or this new thing, to make sure that you also develop the manpower and the capacity to keep the maintenance on it. And this culture is from all the way at the bottom to all the way at the top. And then number 10, it's the littering. I feel like a lot of people litter in Lagos. People are always throwing trash everywhere in public, and these are the citizens' fault. And as I'm observing this, I think one thing that can probably be done to help curb this, and again, I'm speaking from a naive standpoint here, I think if there's more trash cans throughout the streets in public places, I think it would reduce the amount of litter that people do. Because the reason why I'm saying this is because I hate littering, and every time I'm in a public space, it's very hard for me to find a trash can. So I have to end up putting it in my pockets. And this was like common everywhere that I go. So I can see why most people have no choice but to litter. But littering is the number 10 thing that I hate about Lagos, Nigeria. I see a lot of campaigns to try to improve that. I see commercials. I see that the government is trying for sure. There are definitely places that are cleaner and there are places that are not cleaner. On the island, typically where I've been, majority of the places are a little bit more cleaner. They've hired people to sweep the streets and do more things to keep the place tidy. I'm not quite sure how that process works on the mainland of Lagos yet, but I know littering is a big problem. People literally just throw trash out of their cars all the time. All right, now that I've talked about the things that I hate about Lagos, Nigeria, let's talk about the things that I love about living in Lagos, Nigeria. Number 1, the weather. It is literally like 70 to 100 degrees all year round. I love it. When I came to the US, I feel like I'm allergic to the weather in the US. I had allergies, dry skin, my joints were hurting, my hair was extra dry. I don't know, I feel like I was gaining a little bit more weight because I'm not as active. So I think the Nigerian weather jives with me. I want to be outside, I'm a little bit more active. So the weather, number one. Number two, food. Oh, there's everything that you want. Whether, and you guys might not know, whether it's eba, amala, fufu, all types of vegetable stew, all types of different types of meat like goat meat, beef, chicken, turkey, cow feet, cow leg. I mean, you can get all the different assorted meats that you want in the different soups and a different variety. It's amazing. There's snacks for days. Like snacks here to me is like crackers. But there you can walk down the street and get roasted plantain, roasted corn, all types of candies, all types of snacks for days. I love it. Food-wise, superior. And the awesome thing about living in Lagos, Nigeria is that not only can you get African and Nigerian food, you can also get foreign food like burgers and pizza and Chinese restaurants and Indian restaurant and Lebanese restaurant and Ethiopian restaurants. I feel like you can have all the foods that you want. Suya, grilled chicken, grilled meat. Yeah, abundance. Food is abundance, fruits and vegetables. I think that's one of the things that I love about living in Lagos, Nigeria. Number three, the low cost of food. Well, it depends. Some foods are more expensive, but more importantly, the low cost of labor. I feel like if you make a decent income in the US and transferring that into Nigeria, I feel like you can live a very, very high quality of life because labor is so cheap. So that means you can hire a nanny, you can hire somebody to do your laundry, you can hire somebody to cook for you like a chef. You can even hire a driver to drive you around. So you can literally live a luxurious lifestyle with making with the same level of income that cannot get you much living on the West, in the Western world, like in the UK, US, or things like that. So that naturally increases the quality of your life. You can spend time doing things that you enjoy and then hire people to do the rest. And you'll also be helping them. Even things like braiding your hair, like we hired a swim coach. The amount that we paid in Lagos, Nigeria would be times 5, 6, 10 what we would have paid here. Sometimes 2, times 3. Let me not exaggerate, but sometimes that high. So, for example, a haircut in Lagos, Nigeria is like $3. But in the US, it's like $15 to $20. So that's like times 5, times 10 different. So I feel like that's one of the things that I love about living in Lagos. Like we were able to hire a nanny full time and be able to pay them. And whereas in daycare here can be $750 to $1,000 a month, and you can hire a nanny for maybe $150 to $300 a month, depending on their experience. So I think that's really, really cool. Number 4, you can actually live. I don't know. I think the social is ingrained in our culture to where you have no choice but to live. I feel like the US is a little bit more isolated. People work, rest, sleep, and then repeat the same pattern. But for some reason, there's so much to do. I don't know if it's because there's always a wedding, a naming ceremony, there's always somebody performing there, an event going on here, a food festival. There's always so much stuff that's happening that I feel like you can actually be very, very social. And people love get-togethers, people love gathering. And people like that in other worlds, but it's just different. I feel like there's more opportunities to do that. Like, I think naturally people work to live. Like, they literally work, but then their focus is to they put a lot more attention into the social life. So I feel like I was a lot more social. I did a lot more outdoor activities living in Lagos, Nigeria. And there's so much entertainment, concerts, things to do. I think it just really promotes that healthy social life balance. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like when you live in Lagos, Nigeria, you just naturally change and morph into that. All right. Number 5 is the feeling of belonging. And I feel like this is priceless. Like, when I go home, I feel free. Like, I've never felt at home. Like, I don't know, it's just a different feeling to know that you wake up and then you can walk outside, to know that this is like your home. Like nobody's bothering you. You can kind of do whatever you want. You don't have the mental, like you don't spend a lot of mental energy when you're like in different spaces that's not like predominantly black people, like Nigeria. Like here, you're always thinking of your step, how you drive, what to do, how people are judging you, how to carry yourself around people. You don't have that in Nigeria. You just feel like you're just one of everybody. I just feel like that feeling of belonging and freedom is just priceless. I really, really enjoy and love that. Number 6, Lagos, Nigeria is very, very business friendly. Very, very business friendly. It's the city of hustle. And I like that because I feel like, wow, it forces me to like try to want to live to my highest potential. Because being around people in Lagos, Nigeria that I talk to, they make me feel lazy. So I feel like there's a lot of hustle and there's so much creativity. Like, people are natural problem solvers. And I think it's really brought out that side of me to like problem solve and be creative. So I feel like it's very nice to observe how people overcome problems and how creative people are, and the hustle. I feel like Nigeria is a very, very rich country. Although majority of people are living in poverty, have very low income, but I think you have to just know how to play the game. I think you have to surround yourself with the right people. You have to be creative and you have to work hard. And you have to develop the right relationships and connection. And I think you'll be able to make it in Lagos. But I just love the spirit of hard work and hustle and creativity. That's one of the things that I like about Lagos. I was having a conversation with one of my friends and I'm like, how do you guys at the same level of income than the Western worlds, for the people that have the same level, how are you able to accumulate so much and buy all these cars and houses and things? And what he was telling me is that the average person does have multiple sources of income. They have their job, they have their business on the side, they have their investments on the side, like their Uber driver, they work full time. So that's how they're able to save a lot of money and reinvest and accumulate. And it's just like, wow, these people really like it's like part of the Lagos culture. And I think it's because they want to live a good social life. They want to be able to afford all the things that they want to be able to afford, be able to make their life easy. So I think a lot of people are very, very driven. They're money oriented. Now, obviously, this can cause issue in a negative way and a positive way, because some people want fast money, so they tend to do a lot of things that's what's the word? I'm trying to find the word for it. That are not legal or that is lack of integrity, are bad things. And then there's some people, obviously, that are doing it unethically. That's the word that I'm using for. And some people are doing it ethically as well. But either way, it's just the spirit of the hustle and survival. People are trying to make it work. I just really like that about Lagos. It drives me to want to be better and to not be lazy. That's what it is. It helps me not to be lazy. The mindset of people, when I see it, I'm so humbled and inspired by it. All right. Number 7 thing that I like about Lagos is that the opportunity for growth. I feel like what's holding people back is the lack of capital. I feel like if you are blessed and in a situation where you have capital, I feel like you can accomplish a lot of the goals that you want to accomplish, whether it's investment, whether you want to buy something, whether you want to grow a business, whatever you want to do. I feel like Lagos makes it feels like it's possible. As long as you have to know the right people, you have the capital, I think you can make it happen. And a lot of people in Nigeria would do very, very well. The only thing that they're lacking is capital. And if they had that, they would do very, very well financially. All right. And then number 8, the one thing that I love living. One thing that I love about Lagos, Nigeria is that you have, especially as a diaspora, that you have it's very easy to make an impact in someone's life. Like, it doesn't cost that much. You can give them not necessarily money, you can give them mentorship, your time, your energy, or you can give them a small capital to help them kick off a business that they want, or pay for a school fee or something like that. Like, if you help a local person and you patronize their business, like, it's easy to tip them extra, and it means the world to them. So I feel like that feeling of being able to like make an impact in like a young person's life, in somebody else's life, to me, I feel like there's much more opportunity for that in Lagos, Nigeria than it is like living in US and UK. People are already used to like certain expectations and the things that they have. So I feel like selfishly, I love that feeling of being able to constantly like help people feel like I'm making a difference in somebody's life by patronizing them, or by helping someone start a business, or giving them a knowledge or a different change in mindset in the way that they're thinking. I just feel like you have like an abundance of opportunity to be able to do that. And there's so many things that are not up to par in Lagos, Nigeria, that if you came in with your knowledge and experience, you can easily build a big business, because the competition for quality and high level customer service is very low. So if you came in with a better efficient system, better customer service, better quality, I feel like majority of the people are not to that level. And I feel like if you get to that level, you're gonna do very well. So the opportunity to impact is good. And number 9, I like the accessibility of service that caters to Black people. So I feel like when you go to a store here, when you go to a salon, when you go anywhere else, unless you live like even in a predominant Black neighborhood, I feel like services are either expensive or not as accessible. But here, like, there's a million people that can braid your hair, a million people that can cut your hair. I mean, there's creams, like when you go to the store, there's creams that you can use that are friendly for Black people friendly hair products. I just feel like you won't have to try very hard to find the things that you need for your beauty. Like fashion, you can go to the market and have somebody design you a nice outfit, African outfit, dresses, clothes, shoes, all those type of things. I feel like I really like that about Lagos, Nigeria. There's a lot of creative people there. Fashion, I love the high sense of fashion there. Number 10, I think I love this about Lagos, is the scalability of your lifestyle. You can choose to live very, very low and choose what neighborhood you want to live in, the type food that you want to eat. You can actually live very, very, very low, very, very affordable, for like $300 to $600 a month. But I also like that you can scale up. You can decide I'm ready to upgrade, and you can go to a nice neighborhood, you can go to a nice restaurant, you can pop bottles at the club at night. I like the scalability of the lifestyle. So like if you want a more modern home, higher quality service, you can get it, and then you can scale back. But I think it's all about how big do you want to live and how low that you want to live. I feel like Lagos gives you that scalability to go as high as you want and as low as you want. You can literally do anything that you want as long as you have the money in Lagos. Literally anything that you want. So yeah, so those are the things that I love about living in Lagos, Nigeria. So I would love for you guys to comment underneath this video. Comment the one thing that you love about Lagos, Nigeria, and then the one thing that you hate about it. Again, let me see how long this video is 25 minutes. Anyways, I hope that you got something out of this. I hope that you have enjoyed my compilation of the things that I hate and love about Lagos. What's interesting to you? Comment underneath this video. I'd like to see. If you enjoyed this video, like it. And again, guys, thanks for watching. And remember to rise and let your light shine. Peace.